here, and I'm going to do a welcome. All right. Well, good evening, everyone, and thank you for attending our fast track training for our beginners, our new I Am Mastery Academy students. Today is Sunday, let's see, January 5th, I believe, 2020. We're kicking off the new year, and we have a room full of excited new traders. I can't tell you how excited I am to have each of you here with us, and I'm particularly excited because we have made so much progress in developing a training system that many of you will benefit from all the mistakes that we made over the last few months. And so I'm so glad. Let's see who else. So Catherine, you're also having difficulty hearing. Let's see, anyone else? Emily, are you okay on the sound? Okay, so let's see, I wonder what that is. So let's see, so Catherine, I want to just make sure before I move on, I'm going to text you here. Let's see, I want to make sure everyone can hear. So I'm going to demonstrate, I'm going to actually type in the chat, Catherine, here, good practice. Can you hear us? And let us know before we proceed into the call. Through the phone. Okay, all right. You may have, when you entered the Zoom on another device, they give you an option to dial in or to join the computer audio. So maybe when you went on the computer version where you're viewing us, it may be that you had clicked on, you didn't click on join the computer audio. And if you want to do that, bottom left-hand corner where the mute button is and the microphone, you can click on, I believe it is audio settings, and it is there where you can access and choose to join by computer audio. Let's see. Okay, I'm glad though that you can hear from your phone device, which is fantastic. Okay, wonderful. Well, everyone, what I'm going to do now, as many of us moderators and educators do, is to share our screen. And good, I'm so glad. Catherine just texted me and she said there are no buttons on her Zoom from her phone, I believe. You will need to bring your cursor all the way down to the bottom of the Zoom screen. Okay, and let me go to my Zoom on my phone, and I am in here, and let's see, let's do this. Okay, and I'd love for any of you else who are on Zoom from your phone to call into internet. Okay, so cancel here, and all right, so what I'm saying is that on the bottom of the screen here are the toolbar that I'm referencing. So if it's disappeared from here, you might need to scroll, because what happens is sometimes you see all the other users of the attendees, and sometimes that toolbar will disappear. And so and if you keep scrolling this way, you will finally get to the main screen of who's speaking. That picture will pop up of who's talking at that time. And so you might need to move your cursor down to get this toolbar down here to pop up. Did that help you? Okay, meantime, I am going to be sharing my screen while we hear from Catherine. Make sure that she is hearing and has control of her. Okay, all right, but I'm glad that you can hear me. All right, so what we're going to do is you are now viewing my desktop, and I have the privilege of sharing with you my screen. All right, many of you have received your 72-hour fast start, and these are some of the do-it-yourself steps. And one was to download MetaTrader 4 onto your phone and or a tablet or computer. And if you haven't done it on your computer or tablet, it's okay. Today is primarily working with your MT4 on your phone. You've obviously done Zoom. I do recommend, as you heard, to have Zoom on your other devices so that you can always learn and then have your phone available for us to work on. Telegram is also essential because many of us receive trade setups through Telegram. Trade setups is basically trade ideas that we could act on and potentially make money from. And so Telegram is one of the key ways that the company uses to communicate, and also those of us who are plugged into other groups, they use Telegram. So once you sign up, it's free, you'll need to enroll or sign up for it. And let me know that you're on Telegram so then I can begin to add you to groups, or I can send you links to the groups to sign up for, which is listed right here where my cursor is, connect to Telegram groups. There are many other Telegram groups to join, but we don't want to overwhelm you. These are the 3 that we recommend where my cursor is. It's our team, FX team Telegram. There are many people who are not Facebook users, and therefore they use Telegram. So I try to populate both of these as a means to communicate hot news to you. I realize that it can get, you may be inundated with announcements, so you can turn your notifications on or off. I'll show you how to do that. CM Profits is owned by Andre Campbell, who is our chairman, who is one of our mentors and great provider of many pips. And so you will want to know Andre Campbell. And then he tells you everything going on within our group and the company. And then lastly is the official IM Academy news that I recommend that you stay plugged into the company. All right. So back up to the top here, Forex Hours. Any of the apps that provide Forex Hours, I know there's several, but you can use that to become more familiarized with the opening and closing of markets. And because this is new for many of us, we don't have it on our brain when the Tokyo session ends or opens. And it's always, as newbies, nice to have a reminder of what time of the day in our time zone sessions are closing and opening. So I do recommend that for you. The other 3 apps that are in gray, you may not need this week, but eventually you will. And so I wanted to make sure that you had those apps available. I do recommend that you cluster these apps into one folder. And so that way you have all of your trading apps in one box. And when I switch over to trading on my phone tonight, I'll show you how to group them if you're not familiar how to do that. All right, so moving forward, the Facebook page is probably the best place to stay in the know and to ask questions on Facebook because it keeps track of conversation threads better than the Telegram. So say, for example, you can post and say, I'm confused with MT4. Is this not working for other people? And then, of course, you can track other people's responses. Currency Movers, I see I misspelled that. Currency Movers is also owned by Andre Campbell, and that's why I'd like for you to belong to that one. And then finally, IML Elite is something that I'm going to add each of you to because you have to be invited to that. You've already heard this news, and you'll hear it again tonight at our huddle, but basically it is vital that you stay plugged in. This is one of those studies that it comes, if you play Lone Ranger, it's very easy to quit, okay, because you're not plugged in and not connected, and you can tend to maybe get overwhelmed, and it's important to hear how other people are doing in our studies and how they're progressing. So Money Mondays is hosted by Andre, 7 p.m. Pacific always. He always leads in with an overview. So if you have someone who is curious about what you're doing and you don't want to wait till an in-person meeting, I invite you to have them join the call for the first 15 minutes. And then Andre then will go into a training afterwards. All right. Tuesdays and Thursdays, we'll have a team trading practice for beginners. You'll hear more about that. Sundays is our new team huddle, which is happening this evening at 8 o'clock Pacific time. And then I'm so sorry for our East Coast time, like Andre and Zina who are, and Khadian are all on East Coast time. We are discussing the idea of offering an optional meeting that is offered at a different hour, so that we can accommodate those who are on the East Coast. So stay tuned. It's just that we have people in Hawaii who are 2 hours behind us, and then East Coast 3 hours ahead of us. So stay tuned for that. Sundays, that's where we are right now, session 1 for beginners. And this is, I welcome you to attend this session as many times as you need, because as I move through the material tonight, you may not get all of it and may want to come back, and you're welcome to do so. All right. Also, let's see, next week at the top of the hour, I switch into more advanced topics on session 2. You can be a fly on the wall and stay for that, or you can just opt to come next week or the week after when you're ready for more information. All right. The idea is to kind of temper the fire hose, drinking from the fire hose effect that trading can sometimes, especially with our platform, because we have a multitude of information. You can easily get confused if you're not taking it in the proper steps. All right. So congratulations for starting at step 1, which is attending this class. All right. Now, most of you have signed up. You've got your username and password, and I'm hoping that you've attended im.center. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to open up a browser, and I'm going to go to im.center. And when you log in here, let me make sure you can see it.
Hey, Raymond, can I just
Yes.
interject something real quick before we go on?
Please.
So Zina's having an issue getting into the groups on Telegram. Does
Okay.
she need to get invited to all of them, or because we've been searching for them and she can't find them?
Right. Okay. Very good point. Let me do this. I am going to make a note here. Let me write it right here. Is there anyone else on the call who has not been hooked into those 3 Telegram groups besides Zina? Actually, you know what? I'll for double check for all of you and make sure all of you who are on this call are in those 3 groups. And I'm going to either, 1, invite you to it, or I'm going to text you an invitation to join those Telegram groups, and then we'll be all set. Okay. So thank you, Andre, for bringing that to my attention. Yes, let's see. I think, and that goes for the Facebook group too. I'll make sure that I see you in all the groups as well. Okay, and yes, you will need to enroll. So, and then anyway, I mentioned that already. So, okay, wonderful. And I am going to go back to Telegram and show you a few things. Actually, tonight in our session, our team huddle, I'm going to be giving a tour of Telegram. And I do recommend, by the way, Telegram on your computers. If you spend a lot of time on your computer, it's very handy to have Telegram right there on your computer screen. Okay. All right. Now, if you ever have trouble getting into the im.center for the very first time, I have heard folks have some issues. There's a button here called Retrieve Login, and you can click on that, and you can go back and reset your password. But if it is the very first time that you've entered the im.center and it's not letting you in, you could try this password. It's IM, like iMastery Academy, IM, powerful, all one word, lowercase, and that should get you in on the very first time. Okay. All right, so we are now in the im.center. This is the learning center that you will most likely be spending most of your time on. And if you notice here, I'm going to just scroll on the left-hand side down to academies, because that's where most of you will be headed. All right, and there is under the Academy resources right here, getting started. And if you click on that and you click on enroll, there's a button called play. And if you hit play, it gives you a video tour of the center. And so I'm not going to spend time tonight going through the tour of this website, because you have a video that takes you on that tour. But most importantly, that you are able to access this right here where my cursor is. This is Trading in English. And you notice it has our 1, 2, 3, and 400 series. And basically, you're going to click on enroll to get started and moving forward. All right, so congratulations. I know several of you I've heard from already have made your way through the 100 series. I recommend you just go through them all. You don't try to memorize everything, because what you're doing now is capturing concepts and vocabulary. Even if you don't completely understand it, it's okay, because you can always go back and you'll have that base education to be able to make sense of the practice training that we're going to do. All right. Also on this website is where you will find your products. And I'm going to introduce some of them to you tonight and next week. And also go live. Okay. So academies, products, and go live are the three key things that you're going to be getting from this website. All right. So that's what that is. All right. Now, any questions about im.center or the videos before I move on?
Is it im.center.com.net?
Thank you. Oh, I love that question, because we are so used to having .net and .com, but center is the last part of the website. Okay, so it is im.center, and that is different from the im.academy, which I'm going to be reviewing with you in a second, which is our corporate website. All right. Okay. So before I do that, I just want to make sure, is there anyone on the call tonight who has not completed their the download of the MT4 onto their phone or tablet, or primarily your phone? Anyone here?
Neither Zina or I, we have not.
Okay, so I need you to go to your Apple Store or to your Google Play Store.
Okay.
And download the MetaTrader 4 app. Okay, and by the way, it says MT4. I should have typed that out. The MT4 stands for the MetaTrader 4. I believe, Zina, you showed it to me. I think you do have.
Dre hasn't, I have.
Okay, all right, Andre, why don't you go ahead while we're talking, get the MT4, the MetaTrader 4 onto your device, and I'm going to show you how to navigate that shortly.
Sure, give me 1 second.
Now, also just wanted you to know some homework for you. If you haven't done your 100 series yet, Forex video number 126 and 127 shows you what we are going to be covering tonight, entering a trade on your phone. And it's for the iPhone or the Android. And so if anything I cover tonight is confusing to you, you can always go back to that video and learn from that video as well. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take this 72-hour fast start away, and I'm going to open up another Word document, which is the our guide for today. All right, this is called Fast Track. And for those of us who were in Wenatchee at our training, you noticed that we had talked about the importance of knowing your why and really beginning with that. Okay, thank you, Catherine, for this note here. How do you re-access the documents? Are you speaking about on the im.center? Catherine asked, if you don't download the documents, when you complete a section, how do you re-access the documents? For example, I completed section 1 but can't go back to it. Okay, and I believe you're referencing the videos. The videos, you should be able to go back to any of the videos and review them again. You're having problems going back to a video, or you mentioned the word documents. I'm wondering what your reference is on documents. The document. Let's see. Okay. I notice, like, for example, it says you could download the customer roadmap, and you can download that in the IM Center. Let me go back there real quick, just so I can take a tour of, and so I could see what you're talking about as well. Okay, so under resources, for example, there are like a handbook or presentations that you can download. Like, let me see, maybe the handbook wouldn't be a good example. Maybe IBO. See these download buttons. I believe once you download them, I I would think that you'd be able to, here it is, you can view it again, or you could download it. So I'm wondering if that's what you're referencing. Okay, and or let me see, did any of you find any documents within Forex that I'm not aware of in the 100 series? I don't believe, under the 100 to 400, I believe these are all videos under level 1. Okay, very good. And okay, so you know what you could do for me is tell me what documents it is that you're referencing that we can find. I'm going to make a note of this, Catherine, so I can research this and learn myself. This is fairly new website. It just was released in September, and so I'm sure I have definitely am learning as we go. So I think maybe you're referencing maybe some of the materials. Okay, so I'm going to come back and revisit that with you, and I will post in our Facebook page so all of you can benefit from this question that Catherine is asking. All of the program options. Okay, and you're not talking about the Academy videos itself, right? When you click on this Academy trading under the 100. Okay, so you're talking about some other aspect of it. Okay, so maybe later you can tell me what resources maybe that you were viewing that you'd like to go back to. There are articles and links. I'm wondering if it was articles. Okay, you know, on your phone, Catherine, I'm wondering if you can unmute yourself on the phone so that you can, then I can hear you. But of course, I think you're saying that you can't find the mute button. You might slide your finger over the top of the Zoom and, in other words, yeah, over the top of the screen and make it slide, and you will see where it says turn your speaker on, and that might activate your microphone. Okay, so I did make a note there, Catherine. I will come back to that, and then we can revisit how to access these files again. All right, let's see. So on this, this fast track training handbook is noted in our Telegram and also on our Facebook page. Tonight in our huddle, I'm going to actually be showing how to navigate, for those that are not familiar with Facebook, how to get to the files section, and you can download all of these documents. And if you don't want to go through all that, I could also email that to you as well. So this guide on page number 4 has a handy place for you to put phone numbers of people that you want to stay in contact with. So when you have questions, you don't have any hesitation to reach out. Here's a place for your website addresses, your username and passwords. And then notice here all of the websites that I just mentioned that you might be using frequently. The very first one, not to be confused with the im.center, all right? The im center is where you learn. The corporate website is im.academy. And this page is where you would go. I'm going to type in oops, can't see here because this is in the way here. Okay, the im.academy is our corporate site, and this is where you got started. You clicked on getting started and you signed up under here. But what you would do is, if you had a billing question or you wanted to sign up for something, absolutely, you would click on login and you'd put your username and password in here, and you would click on login. All right, and this gets you to what we refer to as your back office. Notice up here, I put in my picture. It has my member ID. Not that you really use that member ID ever, but mostly you would likely be coming all the way down to this called shopping cart. Here it is, shopping cart. And this is if, for example, you wanted to add one of the products in here, you would click on that. Also here on the home page gives you your user and billing information, tells you when your active status and the packages that you've signed up for. Okay, they also have a support button down here that you can tap on. that you can sometimes chat live with someone, or it will give you an email address if it's after hours. Okay. Any questions about the distinction between the IM.center versus the IM center? Okay. All right. Right. And since I'm here on our Facebook page, I'm just going to show you real quick. I think you all can see the, yes, Katie, and thank you. I saw your chat. I will, why don't you text me your email address into that text message, and then that way I can send you the documents as well. If you are on Facebook, here, notice a file, section called Files. And when you get back here, this is where you have all of these various forms that I'm talking about, this training guide, the checklist, and so forth. Okay, so that is on Facebook. And even if you're not a big fan of Facebook, I do recommend that you stay connected this way, just so that you are always in the know of things. Okay. And by the way, I just noticed up on my screen where we are, Fast Track Training Session 1, I use Calendly to have people register. So if you will be returning to sessions, I'd love for you to let me know by signing up for that session so I know whether or not any of you will be here. Okay, all right, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna go back here. And we've taken care of that. These other websites we can review later. When you're more advanced. Okay, that's the 72-hour fast start. And okay, so Andre, I presume you have the MetaTrader 4 on your phone now. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop share on my computer, and I'm going to start share on my MetaTrader 4. Everybody go to your phones, and we're going to open up the MetaTrader app. And that's what I'm doing. I'm opening up my app, and you see it up on the screen. All right, some of you have Androids, some of you have iPhones. All right, so later I'll switch back and I will reference the MetaTrader 4 on the Android. Let me kind of do a survey. Who is on an iPhone? Could you type into the chat if you are on an iPhone or an Android? So I know, for example, Catherine, I know you're on an Android. Al, Rachel, are you iPhone users? Yes, okay. And Brandon, I think you're iPhone. Andre and Zina, I think you're Android, okay. And Khadian, how about for you, Khadian? Are you an iPhone user? Able to find the website, okay. Oh, okay, thank you. So Emily just asked me about our website to join the Zoom, the winningedge.online. What you might want to do, Emily, for your other device is to just type in zoom.us and go ahead and you can use the meeting ID. I'm going to type it, the meeting ID. I presume you're trying to get on another device. This is a meeting ID, which is my phone number. Okay, all right. All right, so what I'm going to do, and I have here also Mel G. Who's Mel G? You could type in the chat or open up your volume.
That's our daughter.
Oh, is it Mel, like for Melanie?
Yes.
Melanie, welcome to our call. I'm so glad that you joined us. I'm excited for your parents, and I'm glad that they have introduced you to IM Mastery Academy. All right, so tonight, so Mel, I invite you also to get MetaTrader 4 on your phone, because what we're going to do is, this is free, and you don't have to be part of IM Mastery Academy to be using this app, and we can go from here. So I noticed that I lost the share. You're not seeing my screen anymore. So let me go there, start my broadcast from my phone. And what we're going to do, everyone, is we're going to go to settings on the MetaTrader 4. iPhone users, you notice the gears on the lower right-hand side called settings. We're going to tap on that. And let's see, for our Droid users, can you help me out and tell me, do you have a settings where your settings gear icon is? What we're looking for is the new account, this new account window right here. I am going to go and see if I can pull up that picture to take a look at that. Did you find the new account? Upper left is what is recommended. Okay, thank you for letting me know that. I'm trying to pull up pictures of my droids so I can show you. Thank you, Catherine.
Okay, so when we go to
the upper left-hand corner of your screen, you will find settings. And I'm trying to find a real quick picture for you to take a look at. And we're looking for new accounts. See, and tell me when you have found the setting for new accounts. What I'm doing is showing you, what we're going to be doing is clicking on new account, and you see my screen here, MetaTrader 4, open a demo account. I'd like you to tap on open a demo account, and in the window where it says enter company or server name, I'd like you to tap on that and type in the word Hugo's Way demo. And it will pop up on the screen, on our screen on the Zoom. You'll notice it already has Hugo's Way because I've had this put on my phone already. It's the icon of a man with a red beard. Let me know when you have done that. Okay. And
we haven't found the new accounts yet.
Okay, all right. So you know what?
We're in the top left corner. We're in the options. We see under manage accounts, we see quotes, charts.
Manage accounts, yes. Okay.
We see quotes, charts, trade, history, mailbox, news, economic calendar, messages, settings, journal.
Settings, please. Settings.
Settings. Okay, gotcha.
And do you see where it said manage accounts?
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
yeah.
And then new account.
It doesn't say that.
Open a demo account.
Yes.
Click on the plus.
And
Sorry about that.
Click on Hugo's Way, demo 3.
yes, type in the server window, Hugo's Way, demo 3. Okay, I finally found this picture of my droid here. Okay, and
Type in Hugo's Way.
okay, so once you find the Hugo's Way, it populates up on top. Let's keep losing my share. Go ahead and fill in the blanks. Now you need a first and a last name, okay, when you sign in. Now I'm going to recommend that you use your first name. So you're going to hit on Hugo's Way. Notice on the screen it says Raimi Forex. Why don't you put your first name and use your last name, just title it Forex, okay, so as if it's your last name. Because later on, I'm going to have you open up another demo for gold or for crypto. So you keep your trading separate. But for tonight, we're just going to open one demo account. We're going to call it your first name and the last name, Forex. Put your phone number, email. Account type is Hugo Forex. The leverage is 1 to 500. And then the deposit, you can make the deposit whatever size you wish, 100,000, 50,000, whatever you desire at this point. This is kind of like monopoly money. Not to be fooled though, when you are trading on the MetaTrader 4, this is real time. And this is actual if you were trading for real, so to speak. All right. So later on, though, I'm going to have you open up more demos with smaller bank accounts. But for now, we're going to hit the register button in the upper right-hand corner.
Account.
Okay. And when you've done that, it may flash you the username, number, and the password. And I'd suggest you take a screenshot of that. very quickly so that you have a record of your username and password. Now, if for the Droid users, I noticed that once you click register, that password page disappears very quickly. And don't be alarmed by that. It's not a big deal. We have other ways to go back and get your password. For our iPhone users, it stays there on the password. In fact, you know what? Let me see if I hit register. This view, if you see on your Zoom, you can click on and take a screenshot of your login, password, and investor number. And we rarely, by the way, use the investor number. Okay, so you see that up on the screen. And then when you're done, you're going to click the word done in the upper right-hand corner. You have now successfully added a new demo account to your MetaTrader 4 app. Now, when you opened up the MetaTrader 4, the company that produced this app gave you a demo account. So I just want to make sure that you're not confused with your Hugo's Way demo account and the one that your app came with. Does that make sense? So essentially you have two demo accounts, the one that the company gave you, the app gave you, and then the one that we just opened. Now, regarding brokers, I chose for you tonight Hugo's Way. When you go live, you have a choice of whichever broker you want to use. All right. So I just wanted you to be aware that we chose Hugo's Way for our demo because it's one of the brokers that offers crypto, Forex, and gold. Not every broker does. Again, there is information on broker choices that we can cover at a later time. Are there any of you who have not successfully clicked register on the demo account? Anyone who has yet to, oh good, authorization failed, but now I'm getting authorization failed on that. Okay. You know what, Khadian, I recommend, I'm not sure why the authorization failed. You might want to just go in and do that process again and open yourself up another demo. It's very swift. We can always go back and use that other demo, okay? Because I do recommend other people have multiples of them. All right, I'm going back in, gang, to start my broadcast on my phone again so that you can take a look at your new demo account. All right. All right, so it should look very similar to this. The bottom left, and by the way, I welcome you to stop me, okay, at any time if you're confused or you can't find what I'm looking for. Just chime in. Bottom left-hand corner, let's see. Okay, I see, okay. On the bottom left-hand corner, you see quotes, right? And I did this with Emily earlier, but this is a good review. All of the pairs these are what we call pairs on the left in letters. So AUD, USD, what does AUD stand for?
Aussie dollar.
Thank you. Australian dollar and US dollar. Euro, EUR. GBP, that stands for Great Britain pound. NZD, the New Zealand dollar. You're going to become very familiar with these. US CAD is Canadian. The CHF, CHF, USD CHF is the Swiss franc. The JPY is the Japanese yen. This USDILS, you see these next to Euro Czech. These two we're going to get rid of because we don't trade these. So the pencil up on the top of your screen is the edit button. If you click on that, this is what will happen. All right. And you notice under USDILS and the Euro Czech, these two I put little red check marks next to. And what I'm going to do is look for the trash can in the upper right-hand corner, and I'm going to tap on that trash can and it will disappear. I just threw away two of those pairs. All right. Now we're going to go back. We're going to hit the pencil again, and we're back to our pairs. Now notice you have very few pairs. There are many more Forex pairs than this, so we're going to go and add them. On the iPhone, the upper right-hand corner is a plus sign. We're going to tap that, and you're going to see this. You see the FX crosses. We're going to tap on the word FX crosses and notice all the green circles with the plus sign. Go ahead and tap all of those green circles, tap each one, and you'll notice they begin to disappear. I'm doing it as well with you. We are tapping on all the green circles and adding these pairs to our MetaTrader 4, and we're clicking done. All right. Now, we're going to add, let's add some cryptocurrency now. So we're going to click on the blue plus sign again, and we're going to go to the word cryptos. We're not adding all of these. We're only going to add 3. Okay, let's do BTC USD. That stands for Bitcoin USD dollar.
Hey, Remy, I got lost. Hang on.
Okay, no problem. What we're going to do is I'm going to go back out to the main quotes page. Are you here, Brandon?
I'm still. I just pressed all the check marks and added all those other ones too.
Oh, good. Okay, great. So go back.
Where do
Okay. And now you're on the quotes page. You're going to, once you're back where I'm at on my Zoom, which is the main quotes page, you're going to click again the blue plus sign on the right side, top right.
Okay.
And then we're going to click on cryptos. And we're going to add
cryptos.
Cryptos. And we're going to add BTC USD. All right. And that's Bitcoin. Now go to ETH USD. ETH stands for Ethereum. It runs very similar to Bitcoin. That's why I'm having you do that. And how about Litecoin, LTC USD? Okay. There is one other that's often popular, and if you're into cryptos, you might want to add it. It's XRP. That's for Ripple. XRP USD. If you want to add Ripple, you're more than welcome to add XRP. Now, if ever you're, and by the way, then click done. And you'll notice if you scroll down to the bottom, there you have it. There's all the cryptos. And all those Forex crosses have been added here. All right. Now, click the plus sign again. Let's go and get metals. Let's go get gold. Okay, click on metals. And gold stands for XAU USD. Click the green button. And that's all for metals. Now, if ever you want to do silver, you're welcome to come back and get silver, but we're not going to add silver. Notice gold is now at the bottom of your list. All right, now one more that I want to introduce you to, plus sign, is called indices. And you may have heard everybody rave about the US 30 and the German 30. Go ahead and add German 30 and the US 30. All right, these are what they call the big boys. These move very swiftly. They are different than Forex pairs. You will, if you're trading with educators, they will oftentimes call a trade on US 30. And it is a different beast, but I do want you to be aware of it and have it handy in case you wanted to play with it. Because your objective in the first week is for you to place 50 trades. And someone might call a US 30 trade, and I want you to play with that. This week, we're not worried whether you're winning or losing, okay? We're just going to practice taking trades this week. All right. So congratulations. You just added a bunch of pairs to the screen. Now, if your screen doesn't look like my screen, it's because you might have this, which is called simple. This is what it looks like under the simple view. And click on the advanced view and go back here. All right. Do notice under the AUD USD is a word called spread. You're going to learn about spread later. I'm not going to explain, but I just want you to know where to find the spread when you're looking for it. All right. Also, notice to the right, there are red numbers on this 0.69462. Do you see that the 4-6 in this very first pair on my screen is gigantic and the other number is small? Other numbers are small. Well, on the AUD USD pair, we count pips on the third and fourth digit. And if you've watched your videos on calculating pips, you heard about that. The big numbers are the picks that we count or add or subtract from. The pipette is the baby one that's high up on the top. We don't count pipettes, okay? Now notice if you go down to the USD JPY, further down, it looks different because Japanese yen pairs only have 2 digits that we count from. Okay? So that's why Japanese yen looks a little different than the others. All right. Next, what we're going to do, I'm going to show you how to get the chart up. So let's just say we want to look at the AUD USD. You're going to put your finger on it, and this will pop up, and you're going to click on chart. Now you have the chart of the AUD USD in the upper left-hand corner. You notice that. Now your candlesticks look different from mine. Not to be alarmed. I'm going to be changing your colors shortly. Okay. So.
Rami?
Yes. Uh-huh.
Would you mind muting everybody?
Yes, I can
noise.
do so.
Yeah.
Yes. Let me
I can't understand you.
Uh-huh. No worries. Okay. Can you still hear me, everybody? Let's see. I hope I didn't mute myself out. Okay, all right. So now we have a navigation of the chart page, all right? And so I just want you to be up here on top. I just tapped on the M1 at top. Shows you the time frames. I'm tapping it again. M1 stands for 1 minute. Then I tap on the M5. Notice the chart changes slightly because every candlestick represents what happened in 5 minutes. Now the M15. This is what's showing what happened in 15 minutes. Every candlestick here represents what happened in 30 minutes, and so forth, all the way down to 1 hour, 4 hours, 1 day. Okay, now look at this 1 day chart. And by the way, you can make it look smaller by bringing your fingers in or bringing it out and making the candlesticks look really fat. All I'm doing is I'm pulling my fingers in and out to make it more viewable. I can also turn it landscape. So you're going to see in a second as it populates. This is the view of my phone sideways. And what's nice about this is that I can see more of the trend. And notice on the bottom, it has the time frames. It tells you what happened in September, November, and December. You see that? Okay, and off to the right-hand corner gives you the price at where it's at. Okay, so I'm going to turn it back up and go back to time frames. There's the W1 for 1 week and 1 month. All right, so those are called time frames. Now what we're going to do, everybody, is we're going to customize the colors of your chart, and we're going to hit settings, and we're going to go look for charts. Okay, and on the, oops, let me go back. I'm hitting on the word charts. Okay, let's see, for our Droid users, let's see, you're looking for the word charts. I believe it's going to be in the upper left hand where it says accounts, not accounts, where you found the manage accounts. Up in that area under settings, you'll find charts. Tell me when you found it, please. So I want to make sure everyone has found the, oh, I'm so sorry, I missed that for Emily. I will go back to that. Okay, could you go back to the screen that showed which Bitcoins you mark? Absolutely, I will. I'll go and, in fact, I can go back and take a screenshot for you as well. Okay, so have you all found the charts page of your, on your MT4? Anyone who has not found charts where I am at? Okay.
We're not there yet.
Okay. For our Android users, can you help me out? Because I don't have it in front of me. Where did you find charts?
We went on the settings and we went to charts, but it doesn't show us.
Let me go back to my, let me go on my computer. I think I have a picture of an Android real quick. Okay, no. Okay, I'm looking for a real quick screenshot of that. So I'm looking on the Illustrator 4. um, charts. Okay. And let me see if I can find a quick screenshot of that so we can see. Is everyone else having difficulty finding the charts on Android? And by the way, I have a video for the Android users on where to find the charts. What we're doing is on an Android. So I have a video.
We found charts under settings. We just
It might not look super identical, but it gives you the choice of candlesticks, line chart. Do you see that?
we see okay, line type is candlestick.
Yes, you're there. Okay, so what you're going to check is candlesticks. We don't want line chart.
Okay.
Okay, next, volumes is going to be turned off. Ask price line is turned on. Okay, and period separators are off. And for our Android users, I don't want you to be distracted, okay, if you can't find all of these buttons. We're going to find it in another section. Okay, so then moving down my screen, OHLC is on, data window on. And then we click on colors. Andre, do you see where it says colors on yours? Okay.
Yes, we found it.
Excellent. The foreground is white.
White.
And what you see on my screen up here, everyone, if you would like to take a screenshot of this or a picture of these colors, you're more than welcome to. These are the exact same colors that Christopher Terry teaches you to use on video number 204. And so this is just a replica of what he recommends. The grid is a gray. And I know on the Android, it doesn't offer a dark gray like this, so you could use a softer gray. Bar up is royal blue, bar down, choose whatever red you want. The bull candle is a royal blue again. Okay, so go ahead. Oh, I'll show you how to do it. You're gonna tap on it, and you're gonna choose the gray that you want and click on save. Okay, then click on bar up, find the blue you want, click save. And go down the list. So bar down is red. Okay, the bull candle is blue. The bear candle is red. The line chart is kind of a black. Okay, you might not have the exact same verbiage. Like I think the bid price line is called something different. Volumes is soft gray. Ask price line is red. Trade levels is green. You might not have trade levels, Droid users. And stop levels is red.
Price line is white.
Price line is gray.
Light gray.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Chart line. What color is
That's the
chart
price
line?
line is red.
Okay, good, good. All right, if you can type in the chat if you've completed colors or if any challenges, feel free to let me know. Okay, and then when you're done with this page, you can back out and click on chart. You're gonna back. And on the bottom toolbar, on the very bottom, if you see on my screen, you can click on the word chart, which is second to the left, and voila. Your chart will have blue and red candlesticks. Now, you don't have all these other things. In fact, I'll delete all these other things here so you don't have to look at this. I'm going to delete all my indicators so your screen will look like this, like mine. I'll go to the M15 view. Okay. All right. Fantastic. Yes, you're right, Katie, and no trade levels on the Droid. That's correct. Not to be alarmed by it. But your candles, and if yours is looking really skinny like this, it's because you have to zoom in with your fingers and make it fatter. Okay? All right. So we've successfully customized. Our blue candles represent buy, meaning it's going up, and our red candles represent sells. Right? When you watch buy versus sell video, you're going to learn more about that. All right. A couple of other things I want you to know about this chart page before we move on is that if you click on the F at the very top, that pulls up the indicator window. Let me know when you found the F. Okay, indicators. And we're going to click on the main window, which is in blue letters. And we're going to click on moving average. You see that? It's 1, 2, 3, 4, the fifth one down. Moving average. And go ahead and change that 10 to a 50. 50. Okay. And the style color is yellow. All right. So what I did is I'm going to go back so you can see I scrolled up a little bit to see the very bottom of this page, and I tapped on style, and I'm going to choose yellow, and then I'm going to scroll a little bit up to the pixels. I'm going to make it 4 pixels, making it very fat, the line fat, the moving average, and I'm going to click on save, done, and this is what it's going to look like, a yellow line coming across your screen.
Okay, the Android users are lost.
Okay, so on the Android users, we were going to look for the F. It might be in the circle.
Okay.
Okay, we got the F.
Yes,
Moving
and then
average.
click on the main window, blue and blue, and then go look for moving average.
We don't have.
There we
there's
go,
moving
it's right
average, yeah.
there.
Okay.
Yep. Okay, and then when you get the moving average, change the 10 to 50.
10 to 50.
Yep, and let's scroll down to the bottom where it says style and click on that and change the color to yellow because we call it the yellow brick road. And then this way, when we're in class and we say, hey, look for the red line, or hey, look for the yellow brick road, we're talking about the same thing. And when you click on the style, as I mentioned, if you want that line to be fat, if you have bad eyes, you might choose 4 pixels to make that line fat or thick, and click on done, and you will now have a moving average on your screen. Okay. All right, everybody, wonderful. So we have successfully customized your MetaTrader 4 for trading. And so I'm going to introduce you to one more thing before we move on to one final part of this. And let's see, I am going to have you the M30. Okay. Okay, so we're going to hit the trade button in the upper right-hand corner, push trade, and it's going to open up an order window like this. Oh, yes. Okay, you want to delete the bottom chart. You don't have to. Bryce might have put the bottom indicators on your chart, Al and Rachel. But if you want to delete it, you can click on the F and you can go to that indicator and swipe left and delete it if you wish to have less noise on that page. Okay. Good question. Wonderful. All right, so what we did, I'm going to back up. We're on the charts page. We're hitting the upper right-hand corner trade. You're ready to enter into a trade. And notice the pair is listed, AUD-USD. Then it says market execution. That means you want to get into the order right this very minute. If you tap on the word market execution, there gives you options like buy limit, sell limit. We're not going to deal with that right now. Those are called pending orders. So go ahead and click on market execution to make it disappear. But that's where you find pending orders, all right? Again, verbiage that you're going to pick up later. Next is lot size. We are always beginning with a 0.01, like a penny. So if yours does not say 0.01, you're going to tap your finger right into the lot size, and you're going to backspace and make sure it says 0.01. All right.
How did you get to that screen?
Okay, let's go back. We're on the chart, and we're going to hit the trade button in the upper right-hand corner.
Oh, see, for Android is okay.
Oh,
Okay, I
yeah.
see it.
Yeah, Katie, where was
It's like a paper with it's like a paper with a plus sign on it in the middle.
Okay, thank you. And where is that icon?
Upper right.
Okay, very good. Thank you. And it enters a screen that looks like this. I know yours looks slightly different from mine.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so I do want you to know that the sell by market and buy by market, if you clicked on either one of those, you would be entering into an order. In fact, you know what? Why don't we, just for fun, let me look at the M1. The M1 looks like it's in an upward motion, doesn't it? So why don't we, just for fun, hit buy. Okay, so we're going to hit the blue button called buy. And it now says that you have successfully entered into a trade. All right, now, I want you to know, I'm going to go to my chart. I'm going to open up a M30 view. M30 means every candlestick represents 30 minutes. Check it out, gang. Do you see the green dotted line on the screen? It says buy at 1 penny. That shows you that we're in an order. We've placed an order for a buy. Okay, now we want to check on our trades. So you see the bottom toolbar, it says trade. You can click on that. And there it shows the trade we just entered. Okay, it shows you the balance. I started with a $100,000 line. And you're going to learn about equity and margin and all these other things later. But for now, I just want you to understand position. It lists the pair we got into, AUD-USD, for a buy at 0.01. And the next number underneath it, 0.69487, that indicates the entry price. When I pushed buy market, that's where the price was at that moment. So when we're going to add pips, meaning we're going to set a take profit and a stop loss, we're going to use this base price, 69487, to add to. Okay, so for example, if we wanted to add 10 pips for a buy, then we add, if you watch video on buying, calculating pips, we add it to the third and fourth digit. So now the number for take profit would be 6958, right? Because we're adding, I realize if you have not watched that video on calculating pips, this is not new, it's confusing to you, but no worries. I'm going to show you how to modify this order now by adding in a take profit, and we're going to add in 69587 for 10 pips. So we're going to place our finger on the order, and this pops up. And we're going to click on modify. And then we're going to click on take profit for the iPhone users, and we're going to backspace, and we're going to put in 69587, and I'm going to hit the modify button, this red button here. And now we've added a take profit. Now, for our Droid users, I'm going to stop share for a second, and I'm going to show you my screen because our Droid users, it looks, let me share my screen real quick.
It's very different.
Yes, it is. So I'm going to show you my, here we go. It looks like this one here, kind of like this, for the Droid user up on the screen. Okay, so I just want you to know your stop loss and take profit is, I believe, a color. The take profit is blue and the stop loss is red. And let's see. You see where the letter C is on this first image?
Yeah, to the left. Yeah.
Well, I think that's the blue. Is that the blue one or is that the red one? This doesn't show the color.
It's red, but.
Yeah, okay, so the red is the stop loss. All right, but we haven't got there yet to show the stop loss. Go into the blue one on the right and type in 69587. All right, Droid 69587. We've added 10 pips to the entry price, and then it should give you a button to modify that order. Do you see a button say modify?
Yes, the modify button is lit whenever you
Thank you very much.
input anything.
Go ahead, Droid users, tap on that modify button. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to stop my share on my screen. I'm going to go back to share on my screen here so you can see it on an iPhone, what it looks like. Now,
Damn.
if you tap on that order, like my finger, watch, I just tap on it and boom, this opens up. And it shows you a drop down and it shows you the P/P. That stands for take profit. And it shows the number we put in, 69587. All right. And
I think
later,
I'm gonna have to close this order.
okay, now he wants to close the order, so let's learn how to close the order. We can either swipe to the left and click on the check mark in the circle, and you can close with a loss. Okay, I'm going to go back because I want to show you another way to do it. You can, here's an order, you don't like it, you did it wrong or whatever, you can lay your finger on it and it opens up another window that says close, and you click on close and it gives you another chance. Are you sure you want to close with a loss of 13 cents? You can click on that orange and it will close the order. Okay, so that's how you open and close an order. This is how you see what's going on with that order. Okay, so this is your homework, everyone. I know you don't know much about buy and sell yet. I know you don't know much about stop loss and take profit. All I want you to do this week is enter into 50 trades. Okay, so that's like 10 trades a day if you practice traded for 5 days. If you come on Tuesday and Thursday night and trade with me on practice sessions, we'll probably do 10 trades a night, possibly, okay? But we don't care if it wins or loses, all right? We're practicing finding the pair, right? Going to the quotes page, looking through here. Oh, where is EUR-CHF? Whoa, you gotta go scan and find EUR-CHF. Open up the chart. Okay, here's the chart. All right, gosh, I think you could just make believe. I think this looks like it's a sell. Okay, hit the trade button. Then you check if it's EUR-CHF. Market execution for a sell, you're gonna hit on sell. Hit on the trade button. Now, notice you have 2 orders running, EUR-CHF or sell. That's all I want you to do this week. Okay?
Okay.
The reason why I don't get discouraged about losing money, okay, this is, that's not the objective this week. It's just for you to become really fluid with this device, because next week, when we are trading and we say, hey, everybody, hey, there's a buy on EUR-GBP, you know exactly how to get to the quotes page, you're scrolling, you're looking for EUR-GBP, you're very comfortable finding it, clicking on the chart, moving it back and forth, seeing what they say, hey, look at it on the H1. You know exactly where to go. Tap on the time frame, click on H1, boom. Now you're looking at what the teacher is looking at. Cool. He says, let's get in for a sell. Awesome. You know, you click on trade and you check that it's a 0.01. And or maybe you want to be gutsy, maybe you want to do a 1.0, which we would never do that.
That's why I had to close my account a while ago, because when I set up the trade, I mistakenly mine defaulted at 1.0.
Yes, Khadian, I'm glad that happened.
Yes,
because you were trading at $1, which is equivalent to trading if you had a $10,000 account, and it goes very quickly if that happens.
Oh yeah, I noticed that.
So I'm so glad. Now we opened up a new demo account tonight, and if that happens to any of you here, you know you can always open up a new demo. All right. So tonight, everybody, we just went through the full navigation of the MT4, and that was one of our main objectives for this very first class. Okay, so let's see. Your homework is to complete your 100 series of your videos. And I would invite you to come to training on Tuesday and Thursday night, because we are going to introduce you to the harmonic scanner, which is a tool that all of you have. And that's a great place to find trades. In fact, while we're just closing out here, I know I'm so sorry I've run over time. Those of you who are on a timetable. The harmonics.im is a tool that came with your membership, and you can access this through your im.center. This, by the way, is where you can find trade ideas. You see all these listed here on the right? Tells you So if you want to be advanced and look for trade ideas instead of just randomly going through pairs, you can come to this harmonics.im. All right. What miscellaneous questions do we have from all of you on the call tonight? Let's see. Did we get it? Go ahead, Khadian. I'm so glad you're here, Khadian. I'm so sorry it's taken
I
us.
completed this whole thing. I took my time and I got it done late December.
Oh, good.
Mid to late December.
Oh,
And
good.
I wanted to get cracking because my sister is a part of it and she's sharing stuff with me and
Yes.
she's laughing the whole time. So
all right. Well, what I'm excited about is the practice sessions Tuesday, Thursday night at 8 o'clock. I realize it's super late for you, but that is
it's fine. I mean, 8 o'clock. I'm a night owl anyway, although I got to go to work. But I'll make do. It's fine.
Okay.
I'll figure it out.
Just at least come to one to learn how to get the trade ideas from Harmonic Scanner, and you'll get it from there.
Yes, that's really what I want to learn. The harmonic scanner.
Yes.
And there's another one.
The web analyzer or the what they call vibrata. Probably
okay.
You've been introduced to. Okay, so tonight, everyone, you have what you need, which is the MetaTrader 4 on your device. You've gotten, I know it's a little cumbersome right now, but if you practice just entering, and you know how to delete those trades if you want to close them out. But
yes.
Another good part about this is that you're getting a sense of the rhythm and the pace that these pairs go
yes.
at. And you can see how quickly that penny can turn into $1 or $3 or more, or lose as well. And that's fine. We just want a sense of the rhythm of the market, okay? And we're going to learn more and more and add on. So stay focused on just the step in front of you and you'll be just fine from there. All right, so any other questions before we close out on session 1? Okay, I believe everyone on this call is to be on session 1, so I'm not going to advance into session 2 at this time. I will look forward to hosting you back next Sunday on this session, or you can sign up for session 2 and we can go from there. I will email everyone this fast track document that we were referring to, and if you want me to email it so you don't have to go hunt for it. Just make sure you put in the chat your email address and I'll grab that and get that off to you. All right. Thank you everyone for attending. I will look forward to you. I hope that you'll be able to join us for the huddle at 8 o'clock this evening. Tonight is the first meeting of the whole year, so it's full of announcements. Know that the first 15 minutes is dedicated to the overview. So if you have someone new who is curious about the business, we always do that for our guests. And they're welcome to leave after the first 20 minutes. And then we move right into our announcements. They're welcome to stay for the team huddle, which gives them a good sense of our team culture. And I'm glad to have them stay on the call if they want to. But it does usually last anywhere from 45 to 60 minutes. And we'll look forward to hosting you at that meeting. All right. So again, I won't close out until I grab all of your email addresses from our chat, or unless you texted it to me, and continue to send me your questions. All right.
Okay.
All right. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you. Bye, everyone.
Good night.